is Valley News Live at 4.
If you are consuming alcohol within the city of Fargo and you suspect that you have been drugged, it is imperative you notify the Fargo Police Department as soon as possible.
Good afternoon, everyone. Fargo police say they are now up to 5 cases of men and women who say their drinks were drugged at various downtown Fargo bars. It's a story we first brought you almost a month ago, and we've been the only news outlet covering as the number of cases have piled up. Fargo police say so far they have not been able to connect this incident to a specific person or location, which, as Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley learned today, has police urging the community to remain vigilant. Bailey?
That's right, Stacy. So far, Fargo police say there are no patterns to these alleged druggings, saying they've taken reports from both men and women and say there's no specific race or age that's targeted. Fargo police today confirming one of the 5 cases does involve sexual assault allegations. Now, police say symptoms of date rape drugs can set in within 15 to 30 minutes and could last for up to 6 hours. And Fargo police urge caution not only for those drinking alcohol, but for those staying sober as well, saying the drugs can be slipped within seconds and are odorless and tasteless.
Confirm that your drink is being served directly by the bartender or the server. Don't allow people you don't know or trust to order drinks and deliver them to you. Watch your drink at all times. Never leave your drink unattended.
Fargo police emphasize if you think you were drugged or if you saw someone slip something into a person's drink, to call police immediately. As the quicker evidence is collected, the better chance investigators have at cracking the case. Stacy.
Thanks, Bailey. And coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 5, hear what Fargo police have to say on date rape drug testing kits and strips, and if you should carry them with you on your next night out. Here's a look at today's top 4 at 4. Police say they have identified 3 persons of interest regarding the arson at the old Mid-America Steel building downtown Fargo. Crews responded to the 3-alarm fire at 7:30 at night on March 22nd. They remained on the scene for about 17 hours, putting out the flames and investigating the fire. Police say the 3 people pictured are juveniles, so their names won't be released. Official charges have not been filed. A child is recovering in the hospital after a farming accident. The Wadena County Sheriff's Office says they got a call around 4:30 p.m. Tuesday for a child caught in farm equipment in Wing River Township. That's northeast of Wadena. Deputies learned the child had gotten stuck in a PTO shaft while mixing feed. The child was airlifted to a Twin Cities hospital with serious injuries. He or she is expected to be okay. In Bemidji, the fire department worked for more than an hour to put out an RV fire yesterday. The call came in around 2 in the afternoon about a travel trailer fully engulfed in flames at 507 Jefferson Avenue Southwest. The RV and everything inside is destroyed, an estimated $50,000 loss. The fire is considered to be accidental. The Moorhead Police Department is warning of 2 high-risk sex offenders living in the area, both charged with crimes against children. 30-year-old Omar Yassin is now living in the 1600 block of 4th Avenue North. Police say he engaged in sexual contact with a teenage girl and gave her drugs. 63-year-old Richard Folden will also be staying in the 1600 block of 4th Avenue North. Police say he has a history of sexual contact with young girls. That wraps up today's top 4 at 4. Now here's a first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hutch.
Good evening, Stacy. Good evening, everyone. I got to tell you, the weather outside is still a little breezy, and because of that, we still have that fire danger across the entirety of the region. In the Dakotas, a lot of area being impacted by the wind, the dry weather, and the dry vegetation. The fire weather warning here, or red flag warning, goes until 10 o'clock tonight. Clear skies with a few passing clouds earlier in the day, and that means quiet conditions tonight as temperatures range right now from the mid 40s to the mid 60s in Bismarck. A look at Fargo's planner for this evening. Temperatures will sneak down after sunset into the 40s. Look at the wind speed. It's going to be breezy all evening long. The dry weather continues in Grand Forks as well. A few clouds building in here or there up north with temperatures in the 30s by bedtime tonight. So breezy this evening. I'll have details on the continuation of our warm up here in a minute. And we'll talk about our next chance of rain in the extended forecast as well. That's all coming up in a bit.
I know a lot of people waiting for that. Thanks, Hutch. And the Oxcart fire near Mentor, Minnesota, now about 90% contained. This is video from earlier in the week when the fire was still raging. It burned up to 15,000 acres and shut down multiple roads. The Minnesota State Patrol says the video is a reminder of how quickly visibility can change during wildfire season. Here's something you don't see every day, a house being driven down a busy street in Fargo. Take a look at this. The home slowly but surely being moved across University Drive. It took more than 2 hours to get it from near the country club to its new home south of town. It backed up traffic a bit with tons of people stopping to take photos. A routine monthly training with Valley Water Rescue ended with Fargo police solving a months-old theft case. Monday's dive was meant to locate small items from the river, but the first diver in found a motorcycle. Using a tow strap and lift bag, a couple of divers were able to pull this 2017 Indian Scout motorcycle from the river. Fargo police were called and identified the bike as being stolen back in November. They located the owner, who was surprised to get the bike back. A near $16 million remodel is in the works for Island Park Pool. The Fargo Park District is deciding between two layout models. The amenities being considered include a 50-meter lap pool with a diving well, diving boards, zero depth area with in-water play features, 2 or 3 large water slides, a lazy river, and a new bathhouse with concessions and family-friendly changing rooms. The Park District says the main reason for the remodel is that the underground pipes have deteriorated over the course of 44 years. The hope is that demolition can start this fall, with the aquatic facility opening sometime in 2023. The fourth day of the trial of Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin brought George Floyd's girlfriend to the stand. She testified about their relationship and their struggles with opioid addiction. Michael George has our story.
My name is Courtney.
George Floyd's girlfriend testified about their relationship that began in 2017.
He said, well, can I pray with you? I was so tired. We had been through so much, my sons and I. And this kind person just to come up to me and say, can I pray with you?
She said both of them struggled with opioid abuse.
It's a classic story of how many people get addicted to opioids. We both suffered from chronic pain. Mine was in my neck and his was in his back.
Defense attorney Eric Nelson asked her about Floyd overdosing last March.
You did not know that he had taken heroin at that time?
No.
Floyd's attorney, Ben Crump, released a statement that says, "We fully expected the defense to put George's character and struggles with addiction on trial, because that's the go-to tactic when the facts are not on your side. We're confident that the jury will see past that to arrive at the truth." The jury also heard from the paramedics who arrived to treat Floyd.
When I showed up, he was deceased, and I dropped him off at the hospital, and he was still in cardiac arrest.
City leaders announced ramped-up security measures heading into this weekend, including Humvees and police vehicles patrolling the city.
Anyone who is looking to harm either people or property in Minneapolis, it will not be tolerated. They will be arrested.
There will also be more National Guard troops patrolling in the city. Michael George, CBS News, Minneapolis.
The trial is going faster than expected, so tomorrow is going to be a shortened session. You can get your COVID vaccine in Fargo as soon as today. Essentia Health is accepting walk-ins at the vaccination center located in the former Gordemans building until 7 tonight. It's open to all North Dakota residents over the age of 16. If you want to schedule an appointment for a later date, we've posted the link to register along with this story on valleynewslive.com. You can also call the number there on your screen, 833-494-0836. For a list of other spots to get your shot, use our VNL vaccine tracker. It's right on the homepage of our website, or you can open your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen, then tap the link that pops up. Pfizer says its coronavirus vaccine is still highly effective after several months, including against the South African variant. A new analysis included more than 44,000 people. There were 927 symptomatic cases of COVID-19, 77 of whom were in the vaccinated group. That means the efficacy rate is 91.3%. It was also highly effective against severe disease, and no serious safety concerns were observed in more than 12,000 people up to 6 months after their second dose.
There's some privacy issues on releasing information on the investigation.
Investigators say they know why Tiger Woods crashed last month in LA, but it may be a while before everyone else does. We'll tell you why coming up.
Temperatures are 20 to 30 degrees warmer right now than yesterday at this time. The warm-up continues in earnest as we head towards your weekend. I'll have hour-by-hour details on what you can expect on this breezy Thursday next.